now rocking with the best. Debates get hot, boy, I am so many fresh. I talk cash money like I'm Birdman. Tackle topic straight on, no swerving. All facts is what I'm serving. No one's better or more deserving than me. I bring that heat like Miami on a whole nother level like I'm Otani. I prove points by helping you visualize, using data that's analyzed by eagle eyes. Get your mind right and act like you know. You are now tuned into the Real Untouchable podcast.
Hey, what it do, Sports Soil, and welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast, man, with me, Ray Diggs, and I got a great statement for you all. I want to talk about Arkansas high school football. This is the third round, and can anybody stop the two powerhouses in Arkansas? Or I might say three powerhouses, which in 7A you got Bryant, in 5A you got Parkview, and in what is it? 6A? No, I know we got 6A. We got Greenwood. Hey, before I get started, man, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. Make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. But we got three powerhouses that's getting ready to go for perfection. Well, I wouldn't say perfection, but you're going for three-peats. And Brian is going for another state championship. Will be pretty much be the fourth state championship in the last 5 years with Brian in 7A. You got Parkview going for a three-peat. You got Greenwood. They just ain't been beaten so long. I can't even remember what they going for, but I can tell you this. They are, and honestly, Greenwood probably going to most likely win it again next season because Kane Archer is returning next year. So, when you got your quarterback coming back, you pretty much already know what's going to happen. But we're going to start off with 7A. Also, the Fordyce Redbugs coming in undefeated down there in 2A. Man, we got some hell of a football, man. But I want to talk about, we're going to start off with 7A. Pulaski Academy, Rich. We've watched this team for the last probably like 10 years do nothing but win state championship after state championship. They dominated when they was in 5A. They pretty much was a team to beat every single year, winning 5 straight state championships in a row. This time they're in 7A. This time they will go against another team. When they look at this team, they see themselves. A team that's dominated over the last 5-10 years, which is Bryant. Early in the season, Pulaski Academy played against Bryant, and Bryant dominated them. Now, this game could be different, but I'm going to go with Bryant to win this game here. I just think this Bryant train is unstoppable this season. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat this team because of just how physical they are. They are very physical, led by a run-heavy quarterback, and he have weapons. He have a running back. Matter of fact, he had two running backs. He got the receivers on the outside. I think this team right here is perfect setup. I don't think any of these other three teams can stop this team. I'm going to go with Bryant to win this game and head back to Little Rock again for another state championship. We got Conway versus Bentonville. I think Conway goes down to the Bentonville. I think they somehow, some way get the win and set up another rematch between Bryant and Conway. Everybody loves to watch these two teams face off. So I'm going to go with Pulaski Academy going to Bryant and losing to Bryant. And I'm going to go with Conway going on the road to Bentonville and beating them. All right, that's how the 7A is going to set up. I think it's going to be Bryant versus Conway for a rematch of earlier this season. But this time they're going to go for the rings, and I think Bryant will win it all. I'm going with Bryant versus Conway for the 7A state championship. In 6A, we got Mountain Home traveling to powerhouse Greenwood. And then we have Shiloh Christian traveling to Bend. All right. Now, y'all know who I'm going with on the first game when it goes to Greenwood. Greenwood is the best team. I think, honestly, they might be the best team in the state. It's out of them, and it's out of them and Bryant. Okay, I know at the beginning of the season I said Parkview, but I think Parkview got a little taste of their own medicine. I don't think they was focused as they was the last two seasons. This season right here, I think it's been different. But Parkview is still one of the best teams, one of the three best teams in the state of Arkansas. But I think this Greenwood team could be one or two, or 1A, 1B. So when I look at them playing against Mountain Home, I think that they dominate Mountain Home. I think that this game right here is not even close. I think they come out there probably at halftime. They already got the mercy rule on them. And with Shiloh Christian and Benton, Shiloh Christian is another rich school, a rich blood school. You know, used to winning, used to making it to the state championship, which they've done for the last 2 years. But in 5A, they met against that buzzsaw called Parkview, and that's just what derailed them. Now they're going against another. Now they're going against another really good team in Benton. They can win this game. Will they win? I don't think they will. I'm going to go with Ben to win this game. I think Greenwood and Ben is going to meet for the 6A state championship. Okay? Now y'all got me. Now y'all see where I'm going with this. Greenwood, Ben for the 6A state championship. Now let's move down to 5A. We got Parkview at 11-1, traveling to Valley View, which is 12-0. This right here is Parkview first time meeting against an undefeated team ever since earlier this season. Parkview's been here before. The only way Parkview doesn't win this game is if they come into this game unfocused and not prepared, which I don't think they will. Valley View, I like their quarterback. They got a hell of a quarterback. I like the way he played. They got good running back, good wide receivers on the big, tall wide receivers on the outside. But when you have Parkview and you have a Marion Robinson, you have Monterio Money Eston, and you got the rest of them boys over there, Cameron Settles, you got nothing but D1 talent all over the field. You got Murphy. I just think Parkview is just too good in 5A. I don't care who they play against. I just think that this Parkview team is just too good right now. And I think they go out here and I think they beat up on Valley View. I think they beat Valley View probably 42-7, 42-14. I don't think it's close. Honestly, I think Parkview is they got the trophy in their trophy case already. I don't think anybody can beat this team. I'm going with Parkview to beat Valley View. Go on the road and beat Valley View tomorrow night. And we got Hot Spring Lakeside at Farmington. I'm gonna go with Farmington. I think Parkview and Farmington will battle it out next Saturday for the 5A state championship. And Valley, like I said, Parkview is going for their 3-peat. I just don't think nobody can stop this Patriot train. And especially not anybody in 5A. Maybe 6A and 7A, but nobody in 5A can stop this train. And in 4A. Now, everybody know I love 4A. Everybody know I love 4A because they got the Lumberjacks, they got Hamburg Lions, they got the teams that I root for. We got Orkadelphia traveling into Darnell. I think Orkadelphia goes down there and get it done. Somehow, some way. I just think they go down there and get it done. I think that they will move on. And then we got Monticello at Southside. Southside is undefeated. I watched Monticello play last week against Hamburg. Honestly, I still don't know how they won that game. Well, I do know. They played against Hamburg. Hamburg came in there unfocused. You know, you can't stop one play. These dudes ran the ball. They pretty much ran the ball with the same player an entire game and still won the game. I've never seen that before. But Monticello is a good team, but I don't think that Southside will let their running back just kill him the way he did Hamburg. I don't think they would. I don't think they're going to let that happen. So I'm going to go with Southside to move on to the 4A semifinal. All right. So it's going to be Orkadelphia and Orkadelphia and Southside will move on from the top part of the bracket. In the bottom part of the bracket, this is where we got the powerhouses at. We got Warren on the road traveling to Little Rock Mills. Little Rock Mills is undefeated. And then we got Malvern going to Elkins to face the undefeated Elkins. I think one of these 4 teams is going to win state this year. I like those 4 teams up top, but I think one of these 4 teams in the bottom is most likely going to win state. I can say it could be the win. I can say that it'll be the winner of the Malvern versus Elkins game. I can definitely see that happening. But the Lumberjacks and the Mills are 2 really, really good teams as well. I'm going to go with Warren to go on the road and beat Little Rock Mills. Now, I know that Little Rock Mills is a very talented team. I watched them twice this year. I know that they can go on the road. I mean, I know that they can win against Warren because Warren makes mistakes. But the Warren that I've been watching for the last few weeks, it's a different Warren Lumberjack team. And that is the reason why I'm gonna pick them to go on the road and somehow, some way, get a win against a very tough, like I said, a very, very tough Little Rock Mills team. So I'm gonna go with Warren to win the first game. And then we got Malvern versus Elkins. Elkins has been the best team all season. I think that last week they struggled a little bit. Malvern is the one team that I say that can go into Elkins and beat them. Now, will they beat them? I don't think they will. I'm going to go with Elkins to win this game against Malvern. I think it'll be a close game, but somehow, some way, I think Elkins will probably get maybe 1 or 2 turnovers, and their offense is lights out. So I'm going to go with Elkins to win that game. And it's going to set up a huge matchup next week, a rematch from my early season game between Warren and Elkins. And I think that that's the game that everybody wants to see. Warren versus Elkins. I'm going with those 2 teams. So in 4A, I'm going with Workadelphia, Southside, Warren, and Elkins. Those are my 4 teams that move on to the semifinals in 4A. And in 3A, we got Osceola at Bismarck. I'm going to go with Bismarck. Bismarck they've been the number 1 team in 3A all season. I watched them play one game. You know, they pretty much basically do what all the 3A teams do. The only team that's in 3A that throws the ball a lot is Rivercrest and Prescott. All the rest of them are running teams. So I think Bismarck beats Osceola in a tough, hard-fought game, run game, and they will get to the semifinal in 3A. And then we got Boonville traveling to Fordyce. Now, people know how much I love Fordyce. Now, Fordyce is one of those teams that I watched them play in the rain, and in my judgment for them was a little blurry. Now, they've been dominating all season up until that one game when it was raining and it was raining all over Arkansas. I've seen Boonville is one of those teams that's rich in winning tradition. They have a rich winning tradition. But I think the time is now for the Fordyce Redbug. I think Fordyce moves on to the semifinals, and I think they beat a rich winning tradition team like Boonville. And I think Fordyce will get to the semifinal to face against the winner of Osceola Bismarck game. And in the bottom half, we got Dumas at Mansfield. I think Mansfield dominates Dumas. I don't think Dumas one of those teams that I look at like Monticello. They accidentally tripped, and they was in the 3rd round. That's what I think about Dumas. I don't think that they're a team that can win a state championship. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think they can win a state championship. I think that they, been lucky to be in the bracket that they've been in and got this far. I think that streak pretty much ends tomorrow at Mansfield. And then we got Rivercrest, a team that I like a lot, traveling to Salem. Salem winning on a Hail Mary at the end of the game against Prescott. I'm going to go with Rivercrest because I like Rivercrest. I think they're a hard-nosed team. And I think next week it's going to set up an epic matchup in 3A. If I can get these 4 teams to get in there, I think that 3A probably going to be one of the best matchups when I look at both games out of any conference, 6A, 7A, 4A, 5A, it don't matter. I think that this right here can be an epic matchup. If I can get Bismarck versus Fordyce, if I can get Mansfield versus Rivercrest, this right here would be a dream matchup. Okay, this is gonna be some dream football for a chance to get to Little Rock for a state championship, in which I think Rivercrest have a really, really good chance to get there if their defense can just stop Salem maybe 1 or 2 times, if they can tackle good. Because one thing about Rivercrest offense is this team right here is going to put up at least 20 to 30 points. That's just the way this team gets down with Cavante Washington and Bubba, with Bubba out there on the outside, the wide receiver. They got a lot of weapons on this team. So they just need their defense to step up and maybe give them 1 or 2 stops. All right. But that's right there who I'm picking out of 3A. And then 2A, we got Mount Ida at EPC, East Ponette County. I'm going to go with EPC to win and get to the state championship. And we got a rich tradition winning team again in Junction City, going to Conway Christian. I'm going to go with Junction City. Even though I think Conway Christian most likely will win this game, I'm going to go with Junction City because Junction City is one of those teams that I know can go to anybody's stadium and silence them. With their run game and their tough defense that they play, they remind me of Rising. Junction City and Rising is kind of the same. You know, it doesn't matter where they go to and play, they're going to give their all. They're going to battle you every single matchup. And that's why I'm going to pick them to get to the state championship game. I think it would be EPC versus Junction City for it all in 2A. So, hey, I'm going to go y'all to recap on what my predictions was. In 2A, I'm going with EPC and Junction City. In 3A, I'm going with Rivercrest, Mansfield, Fordyce, and Bismarck. Okay. In 4A, I'm going with Elkins, Warren, Southside, and Orkadelphia. And in 5A, I'm going with Farmington and Little Rock Parkview. In 6A, I'm going with Ben and Greenwood. And in 7A, I'm going with Conway and Bryant. Hey, if y'all got any questions, make sure y'all shoot it to me in the comment section. If you got anything about this segment, let me know. And make sure y'all think and thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. I'm about to go ahead and come back with y'all again and give you all my picks for week 13 in college football. And also, I want to talk about the Heisman Trophy and why I feel that everybody wants to just give the Heisman to Travis Hunter and why I think that it's overrated when I look at it and I'm looking at what he's doing. Yes, he's playing. Well, I'm not going to get into that, but just make sure y'all tune into that. Hey, until next time, y'all have a great happy Thanksgiving and have a great Thursday night. Okay. I'm stuttering this stuff, but no, it's good, man. Make sure y'all have a great Thursday night, y'all. Peace.